On this episode of New England Living,
we have 5 children. This is our great kitchen where Dan does much of the cooking.
Well, you gotta feed a lot of kids.
Yes. We're gonna take a ride down by the marsh. What do you want me to do with this cheese? Re-wrap it up, or?
I would just eat it all.
Hey, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to New England Living. I'm Parker Kelly. And I am passionate about art, architecture, and design. I also love to travel, meet new people, and I'm definitely a foodie. Join me each week as I travel all over this beautiful region, showcasing the most spectacular homes and meeting the key players involved in creating them. To top it off, I'll cook up some delicious dish with a chef, and we'll finish it off with a celebration of it all. I'm Parker Kelly, and this is New England Living.
New England Living is brought to you by Clark, Sub-Zero and Wolf, and Kohler Signature Store by Supply New England. And of course, please stop into the all-new Seven Tide in the Seaport District in Boston.
Today I'm on my way to Mason's Island, located in Stonington, Connecticut, in the mouth of the Mystic River. The island is roughly 1 mile by 1.5 miles, approximately 600 acres, with many of those acres being preservation land, with hiking trails and bird sanctuaries. There are 4 private beaches, as well as numerous docks, dinghies, and a yacht club. Although the island feels very secluded and far away, it's actually very close to Mystic's historic downtown, Mystic Seaport, and Mystic Aquarium. I'm on my way to meet homeowners Stacy and Dan in their 3,600 square foot Nantucket Gambrel style home. The couple built the home 10 years ago with a clear vision that their architect friend helped them execute. Prior to moving to Mason's Island, they lived in a historic home in downtown Mystic, but they wanted something with more space and privacy. Though their home on Mason's Island is only a couple of miles from their original home, they feel worlds apart. Dan has a background in IT, but now focuses on local real estate. Stacy is a president of a medical education company. With 5 children between them, many friends, and a large extended family, the couple designed the home to be comfortable and spacious for raising the kids and entertaining. The home has an open floor plan, but also intimate spaces, giving both a contemporary and classic feel. The couple considers themselves very hands-on, taking care of the yard, garden, and other jobs themselves. Stacy has her own casual and sophisticated interior design style as well, with crisp blue and white accents and lots of original art and furnishings she's collected over the years. Because Stacy's career requires so much travel, their home and time together as a family on the island is sacred. We're going to meet the homeowners, take a tour of the home, the island, and some of the waterways, and then Stacy and Dan are turning their kitchen over to James Wayman, the executive chef of the Oyster Club, and he and I are going to cook up some delicious locally sourced delights and celebrate New England living on Mason's Island. Maybe I'll use the scallop shell. Hi, you must
Parker.
be Stacy.
Yes, so nice to
meet
see you.
Hi, Dan. Nice to see you. This is what a really nice open entryway with lots of choices, every direction.
Oh, sure.
So we have, one thing about us is we have 5 children, and so we built this house to really house a lot of children and friends and guests, so it's very open.
So it wasn't a renovation at all, it was completely built, so you bought the land and built it. Oh, I can't wait to hear.
It's been about 10 years now.
So this is what we call the great room, and this is kind of where everything happens.
Now you said you don't have a designer, you do your own designing.
Yes,
And I love
do.
it. It's really sort of beach casual. How far away are we from the beach?
If you go in either direction, you hit water probably in about a block. So it's very nice.
Lovely,
We're
lovely.
kind of surrounded by it all. This is our great kitchen where Dan does much of the cooking.
Well, you gotta feed a lot of kids.
Yes. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, so this is a marble counter. It's called Calcutta Gold, and we just tried to keep it simple, and we had the tiles in the background are the same marble, and over on the fireplace it's the same.
It's got a nice, open, welcoming feel, and I can't wait to see it filled up with people.
This room is actually, it's the TV room, but we just got our first television about 2 years ago. You should have seen the guy's face when the kids said, "We're so excited for our television," and he said, "Is this your new television?" They said, "No, it's our first television."
Isn't that funny? Yeah, well, I love your art. These are all scenes from around the area?
The one on the bottom is at our little yacht club, and those are all the little optimistic sailboats that the children take sailing
all you kids sail then?
And the one on top
fun.
is Carson's ice cream store in Noank.
So I love how this has an antique home feel in a lot of ways because it has some smaller rooms, but at the same time, it's so open and airy that it feels contemporary.
We tried to keep the charm and the character of an old New England home when we built it. We kept that in mind, and the small rooms were, indicative.
I love it. I love it. I really do.
So this sweet little room is our music room. So we have the piano, we have guitars, and then over to the side is our more formal dining room.
Nice to have not too much going on in here, and then the focus is on the conversation and being with friends and family.
Yes, it is, and I think it's really about, making great food and great conversation and fun, and so the room comes to life with all of that instead of, the things in here.
And so we may dine out there or we may dine here, and we don't know yet. We'll just see how we feel on the day.
Right. So shall we take a walk upstairs?
I'd love to, yes.
Check it out. So I think we could start with the master bedroom.
Sure.
So we wanted this to be really light and open and kind of an area that you could relax.
And tall, because you're both tall.
Because we're tall.
This is a gorgeous bed. You must take a running leap. I mean, how do you...
Gives a new meaning to jumping into it.
It does, it does.
And at the top of the stairs is our son's bedroom. This is Sam's room.
Okay.
Sam is 15, so a lot of sailing, art. He's been sailing since I think he was about 5. So this room was once the teenager's room, which is now the guest room.
Oh, that's nice.
Very warm, very comfortable.
Yeah, so when it was the teenager's room, it was never this tidy.
I imagine.
So this is Margot's room.
You got a chalkboard painted on the wall.
Yeah.
I did that with my boys when they were little. I love that.
It's always interesting to see what's on the chalkboard after people have arrived.
That's great. So everyone upstairs, all 5, and it doesn't feel crowded at all. It feels really nice up there.
No, it feels good.
One interesting aspect of Dan and Stacy's home is that it uses geothermal energy. Dan took me to the basement to check it out.
This is the geothermal unit and the hot water heater. What happens is, because it's always 55 degrees 6 feet down in New England, the geothermal has a closed loop piping system that goes down about 380 feet twice. And then it pumps the warm or cool liquid through this unit, which sends it throughout the house.
And is it expensive to make your home geothermal?
No, just the unit itself is probably only about 25% more. But you will recoup that in the first 5 years of ownership because it's so efficient.
After seeing the inside, Dan and Stacy walked me around the property. It was lovely.
We tried to choose a lot of things that were indigenous to Mason's Island, so you'll see a lot of hydrangea around because they go with the water side. It feels so park-like. I mean, the landscaping you've done is really beautiful. Yeah, and I mean, all of these woods are part of our property. We decided to keep it woods because we wanted this feeling. Who's on the hammock? Who really?
That'd be me.
Yeah, yeah, that's Dan's hammock.
After you mow?
That's correct.
While Dan and the couple's son Sam headed down to the yacht club to get the boat ready, Stacy took me for a short bike ride around the neighborhood.
We're going to take a ride down by the marsh, so you can take a look at the Mystic River on one side and the Great Marsh on the other side, and then look out to Fisher's Island Sound. This is just stunning. Yeah, it is beautiful. I think we can probably head down to the club and they'll be ready for us.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yep. This is sweet, sweet little place you have. Not only did we take a lovely cruising tour, but we were also able to catch the weekly sailing race that Dan usually participates in. The vessel called the Patriot ended up winning in its class, which only made the night sweeter.
think that oysters are a delicacy like champagne, so you don't get a mug of champagne, you just get it in a flute.
There's nothing wrong with a mug of champagne.
This is really
Adds
good.
a little something.
Oh, yeah.
Clark, New England's official Sub-Zero and Wolf showroom and test kitchen, offers 3 reasons to begin your project here. Explore the world's finest appliances. Then cook and taste Wolf's culinary perfection. Be inspired by innovative design. Do you crave extraordinary? Visit clarkliving.com to plan your visit.
Technology is becoming a must-have for most areas of our homes, so it's important to get familiar with what your options are. Add a touchless kitchen faucet as an affordable solution to help you get on track. Consult with a Kohler specialist to explore all the possibilities to make your home work for you. This tip is brought to you by Kohler Signature Store by Supply New England.
With 8 generations of exquisite craftsmanship, Kumar brings a whole new meaning to passion and precision. Their treasures come from remote corners of the earth, traveling across many oceans. The Kubi family brings to the United States the largest selection of exotic stones. Kumar, when only the finest will do.
Pursuit, built to a higher standard. Many try to replicate. Pursuit continues to innovate with cutting-edge features and top-notch technology. Offshore, center console, dual console, sport coupe, and the sport tender. We have boats from 23 to 38 feet, and once you own one, you will feel the difference. We know you have a choice, and you can put your trust in us to deliver a vessel that will take you where you want to go. Visit your factory-authorized dealer today and experience the passion we have built into each and every one of our boats. Visit PursuitBoats.com and explore, experience, enjoy your life in Pursuit.
In preparation for the dinner party, I spent the day with award-winning, celebrated executive chef James Wayman from Mystics Oyster Club. The Oyster Club is a casual, fine dining restaurant and raw bar. The owners and chef strongly believe in utilizing the freshest, most sustainable local ingredients possible, sourcing from nearby farms and waters.
At the restaurant, we use 4 local farmers and we go directly to them. And it's really great to get it direct and fresh from the farm. It doesn't sit in a seafood company for 2 weeks in water.
First stop, Bean Family Farm in Charlestown, Rhode Island, where James introduced me to owner and oyster farmer Matt Bean. James tells me he's been working with you for so long and loves the freshest of the fresh that you have here. Tell me about your farm a little bit.
Well, this is at Bean Family Farm. We dock the boats here. We have our upweller. We grow seed in the upweller, and then it goes out to our harvest site out there. So out there it'll stay for about a year and grow from thumbnail size to about 3 inches, a little shy of 3 inches, because we like to sell a smaller oyster, we don't get into those big honking ones.
And so the smaller ones, are they sweeter? What do you like about them?
I mean, I think that oysters are a delicacy like champagne, so you don't get a mug of champagne, you just get it in a flute. So oysters are like the same thing.
There's nothing wrong with a mug of champagne.
So how long does it usually take you to get out to where we're going to harvest?
It's only about a 10-minute ride. It's 1.2 miles from my house to work, to my farm.
To work. That's awesome.
My
That's
commute.
a great commute.
This is my commute.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Matt graduated from the University of Rhode Island with a degree in aquaculture and fisheries sciences. His small family farm produces the uniquely tasty Ninigret nectar oyster. His 7.5-acre farm nets about 200,000 oysters a year. Being a longtime oyster lover, I was privileged to don the waders with these 2 men.
1, 2, 3.
What did you just eat? One of those little shrimp?
Uh-huh.
You did not.
I did. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Before we headed back to Dan and Stacy's home, James and I made our second stop, Stone Acres Farm, where we met up with Jane Miser, the 10th generation to operate and tend this land.
Wow, this is amazing English garden. So welcome to our formal gardens. These we called our old gray ladies. This boxwood is over 150 years old.
As we strolled, talked, touched, and tasted, the passion for fresh, local, sustainable food grown here was palpable.
Yeah, we purchased this farm with a group of investors about a year and a half ago now, and it's now turned back into its original use as a working farm. It's so cool. Super talented young guy, Andy Meek, growing vegetables for us. Really nice to have that kind of direct interaction between the two of us. I'm out here 2 or 3 times a week talking to them, walking through the fields, you know, getting inspiration for new dishes, because at Oyster Club our menu changes every day. All right, here we are in our high tunnels, about to get some stuff for dinner tonight. We have some green jalapenos we're gonna grab over here, eggplants, green tomatoes, and cucumbers. You can just see the freshness of all these vegetables. It's gonna be an amazing evening.
I'm here with Dan Miser. He's Jane's husband and James's partner. And so what I really want to talk to you about is just your philosophy for these restaurants. I mean, you have a really good vibe going, this whole thing.
It's real simple. I mean, we believe there's this very cool food revolution taking place in our little corner of Connecticut right now. Yeah. There's this collection of farmers, fishermen, food artisans, chefs. You know, we believe in the story behind our food and where it's coming from. And so we have education based around food, we have events based around food, and then we have the farm. So it really all kind of ties together.
Yeah, and our audience really believes in the whole food coming together. I mean, that's why we do our show too. Everyone comes and congregates right there in a kitchen. I'll see you tonight at the party.
Absolutely, look
and
forward
thank
to
you
it.
for the tour. Nice to meet Jane. Nice to meet you. I'll see you again tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Cheers. All the guests have arrived. You can feel the energy in the room now. Can you feel it?
I absolutely can.
Yeah. What do you want me to do with this cheese? Re-wrap it up, or?
I would just eat it all.
We're going to do what's called a Bajan mule. I'm making all the professional people freak out right now.
Cheers.
It has been said cooking is like love. It should be entered into with abandon or not at all. And if you're looking to design the kitchen to create that love, there's no place more passionate about cooking than Clark. And here with us is Sean Clark to learn more about their newest innovative design destination. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Erica, and welcome to Clark. This is our newest showroom and test kitchen for Sub-Zero and Wolf, located at 7 Tide Street in Boston Seaport.
So for homeowners and the design community, what can they expect here?
They can expect an unparalleled experience because we don't sell anything here. There's no cash register. So the idea is to give you design inspiration with life-size kitchens and the opportunity to test drive all of our appliances.
And there's innovation at every corner. What is this area?
So this is our media lounge where your architect or designer can project your kitchen plan to scale, and then steps away, the products come to life in one of our working kitchens.
Wow, this really helps to envision how these products are actually going to look in your own kitchen.
That's the goal, and as you can see here with Sub-Zero, you have the opportunity to customize your refrigerator, your freezer, and your wine storage to specifically fit your lifestyle. Plus, you can test drive Wolf's newest technology.
Test driving these appliances is really the only way to make the right selections.
And then we take you from test drive to tasting. And this is my favorite part. With our small bites, you'll leave here with a taste of what's possible in your kitchen and the name of an authorized dealer. Try one.
This looks delicious.
That is good.
Clark at 7 Tide is truly a revolutionary experience in kitchen design. If you are looking for kitchen inspiration, visit clarkliving.com to find out more.
We're back in Dan and Stacy's kitchen, and I'm back with the extraordinary chef, James Wayman. Boy, we're busy today.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What a great trip to the oyster farm. That was killer.
Oh, that awesome. And then the Stone Acres.
Oh, did you like that?
Yeah. Oh. Look at the bounty we have. How could I not like that? Tell me what we're doing. Tell me what we have.
We're making a rub for this beautiful pork here. We have kind of an herb to Provence thing from our farm, Stone Acres Farm, and then we're going to add a little bit of gray sea salt just to help you kind of mix it together.
Yeah.
And then
so
some olive oil.
The sea salt adds that hard, crunchy part that just
It breaks it all down.
Breaks it all
Absolutely.
down. Yeah. Okay.
So good luck.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. Just like this?
Absolutely. So much better than a blender, so much better than a food processor. Really extracting all the oils or the herbs.
Yeah. They smell so good.
Absolutely incredible. So we're gonna add just a little bit of green chili to this.
Well, heat.
Take the smell of that.
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah. It's very exciting. All right, now.
Now, do you have sous chefs and everything to do all this now, and you just have like sort of big mind thinking, like Dale Chihuly, you know, he just does the drawings now, and then people execute the glass blowing. Like, do you still get your hands dirty like
Absolutely.
this in the kitchen?
All the time.
Yeah.
I'm still there 5 days a week, talking to my chefs, cooking food.
And so while James is inside doing a little bit more cooking prep, I'm here with Bailey Pryor, and you are usually not on this side of the camera, usually on the other side of the camera, a documentary producer who's now turned to rum.
Making rum.
So tell us the story.
I make a lot of documentary films over the years, and while I was making a movie about this gentleman right here named Bill McCoy, who was the first rum runner of the Prohibition era, I decided to start the rum company. He's such an interesting American character. You know, he was the first guy to fill up a boat full of rum in January of 1920 down in the Caribbean, sail it up to New York City, and act as a floating liquor store 3 miles offshore, which was not illegal back in 1920 because 3 miles out was international waters.
Okay, so Prohibition was going on land, but if you're out there, you're fine.
You're fine. And he became known as the real McCoy for never adulterating the alcohol. Because other people during Prohibition, they would cut whatever they brought on their boats with
like,
turpentine, wood alcohol, prune juice, really nasty stuff.
I would think maybe sugar, some water, but
no,
really
they
nasty.
were doing chemicals and things like that, and water and stuff. But McCoy never did that, so they called his product the real McCoy, and that's why we all know that phrase today. We were thinking of building our own distillery, which was kind of a radical idea in 2007 when we started this whole thing. And that's when we found these great photographs that McCoy actually took on the deck of his ship in 1922. And in those photographs, you can see there are barrels of rum, and they have custom stamps on the barrels that said Barbados rum. And so I wanted to have the same type of product that McCoy would have had on the deck of his ship. And so we decided to fly down to Barbados and see if we could find the original distillery. And so when you take a sip of this, it's as close as you could possibly get to what people were actually sipping on the deck of Bill McCoy's boat back in 1920. So there's a technique to taking off these things. Everybody's always so sort of dainty with these types of things. And the easiest way to deal is just... There you go. That's how you take the thing off properly.
Cheers. Congratulations to you, your business, your success, your family, everything. I mean, what's not to love?
Thanks, Parker. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I mean, you're a celebrity, really.
Stop.
How much pepper?
Whatever you feel like.
Really, I really like pepper.
Oh, too much.
You see it. It commands your respect. You can feel its immense power. The only way to master it is to venture inside. Go ahead, dive in. The GMC Sierra. We are professional grade.
All the guests have arrived. You can feel the energy in the room now. Can you feel it?
I absolutely can.
Yeah, okay, so now that the guests are here, should we start making the oyster appetizer from those oysters that we got this morning?
For sure. We're going to make the mignonette from some stuff from the farm, some foraged and some grown. These are some little baby eclipse onions.
Yep.
And then we have the green mulberries that we forage from the tree.
So how many, when you're at the Oyster Club, how many plates do you do a night?
On a busy Saturday night, we can serve upwards of 200.
200.
Sometimes 250 is kind of top. With 3 guys we have back in the kitchen, so it's pretty intense, especially with very from scratch cooking that we do. We make our own pasta, we cure all our own meats. Every dessert is made from scratch. Even our flour, our baker Todd from Farm to Hearth, whose bread you'll have tonight, he grinds on a mill that we bought him, the stone mill. So really, really everything is done there.
I mean, you're a celebrity, really.
Stop. You want to put probably half that amount of vinegar into here. Good, perfect. All right, and go the mulberries. The last and one of the most important ingredients for that mignonette, some pepper.
How much? Yeah, how much pepper?
Whatever you feel like.
Really, I really like pepper.
Oh, too much. So are we ready to eat a couple oysters?
Yes, please. Yes, please. I mean, I like it straight out of the ocean, but this is really
adds
good.
a little something.
Oh yeah. All right, so what do we have going in here right now? This is butter, olive oil, sage.
Mushrooms.
All right, what kind of mushrooms are those?
These are shiitake mushrooms from Seacoast Mushroom Farms.
Those look so good.
Starting to smell the aroma coming off those things. So this is a cow's milk cheese, milk from Connecticut. Kind of like a brie. So we're gonna pop real quick back in the oven here.
What do you want me to do with this cheese? Re-wrap it up, or?
I would just eat it all.
Okay, so grab these off. I saw you do it with your bare hand. Oh my God, this looks so good. Goodness, that's so pretty and delicious looking. Look at that.
It works.
Yeah. Okay, so midway between appetizers before dinner,
yes,
we're going to try not just the sipping, but now actual cocktails made out of your beautiful rum.
We're going to do what's called a Bajan Mule.
Okay, yeah.
So in this case, we always do the ice first because you always want to have your ice in there. You can measure a little bit of alcohol. In my case, just kind of go a little bit eyeball. I'm making all the professional people freak out right now. Then we go with a little bit of ginger beer, and I like really spicy ginger beers. There's lots of different ginger beers on the market, actually. So I know about 20 bartenders that just fainted watching me do this on television. That's okay. I'm good with it. I go like this, do a little bit of this.
Beautiful.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Bajan. Bajan. Okay, so this is what it's all about. Just a beautiful, beautiful time, beautiful community, beautiful people. That's what it's all about on Mason's Island, in Mystic, in Stonington. Until next week, I'm Parker Kelly. Cheers.